All battles cannot be won with a sword. Silently, some battles are won, and there are not all enemies without the kingdom. They live inside the heart. This is the story of King Cheyenne, a conqueror of thousands of foes, but was gradually losing himself into anger. One of the strongest kings during his period was King Cheyenne. His kingdom was powerful, stern, and intimidated. He had a reputation of making fast judgments, having strict laws, and having firm command. But his wisdom was slower than his wrath. When a minister said one wrong thing in court, he was punished. When a citizen complained, there was judgment before hearing. It was said that the king administers justice, but deep to them they said, "Justice, he has his intermissions of anger." One night when there was thunder rolling over the city, lightning tore the sky apart, as impatient as the temper of the king. King Cheyenne had a dream that night. He was locked inside a prison. They had not been iron chains. They were made of anger. The outcome of his decisions was displayed by all cells. Divorced families, crying mothers, mute children. He woke before dawn, shaken. On this morning, the king had not called the court. He spoke to no one. He failed to give an explanation of his silence. Rather, King Cheyenne took off his royal clothes, left his crown behind, and masqueraded himself as a common man. He came to the river outside the city alone. By the river sat an old man, his white beard flowing, his eyes close as smooth as water. The king sat beside him, and as he had never done before in his life, spoke without authority. He narrated the dream to the old man, every chain, every face, every fear. The old man listened quietly, then gazed upon the running river and said, "Like King Cheyenne, thou hast been cast into bondage." The king frowned. "I rule a kingdom. I am not a prisoner." The old man smiled gently. "You are chained by your anger. Feeling anger is human. To do it without controlling is cruelty." The king asked softly, "Is there any exit out of this prison?" The old man replied, "When anger rises, pause, breathe first, decide later." That day changed everything. King Cheyenne came back to the palace and set a new rule to himself. No judgment would be made in a state of anger. The first day was the hardest. His hands trembled, words burned on his tongue, but he chose silence. On the second day, he saw something queer. Anger was like a wave. If he stood still, it passed on its own. On the third day, he was approached without any fear. Months afterward, when King Cheyenne addressed the court, his voice was softer, but it was a burden to itself as never before. One day he took off his crown and said, "It is a man in the toils of his affections, is never free, even on a throne." From that day on, not only was the kingdom guarded, it was peaceful. King Cheyenne did not rescue his kingdom through his victory in wars. He was saved by conquest over him. Final moral: the master of his temper becomes the real king. When you liked this profound and awe-inspiring folktale, like the video, share it with people, and subscribe to the channel to have more heart-touching, mind-opening stories.